1. The world doesn't owe you anything. Your father should have told you this, but he probably didn't. He should have sat you down, looked you in the eye and said, "The world doesn't owe you anything. The world is not fair. It doesn't owe you success, happiness, or respect, and you're going to have to work for everything you want in life. People are not going to hand you opportunities just because you're you. They won't care about your feelings or give you a break because you're struggling. The sooner you understand this, the sooner you will stop making excuses. When you realize that nothing is guaranteed, you stop waiting for someone else to save you. You stop blaming circumstances or other people. You take responsibility for your own life. Life will knock you down, and it won't be gentle about it. If you want something, you need to fight for it, not expect it to be given to you. And when you fail, you keep going. You don't sit back and whine. You get up, and you try again. It's a brutal truth, but it's the first step towards strength. The world doesn't owe you a damn thing. You owe it to yourself to fight for your place in it. You are the only one who can change your story. Stop waiting for permission, because it will never come. 2. True power is quiet. If your father didn't tell you this, he should have. True power is quiet. Strength isn't about raising your voice or flexing your muscles. It's not about demanding respect or trying to prove something. The most powerful people I've ever met, the ones who truly command respect, are the ones who rarely have to say a word. Think about it. The loudest person in the room is often the one with the least power. It's the quiet ones, the ones who don't make a scene, who know when to speak and when to stay silent. They're the ones who run the show. Your father should have explained to you that real strength lies in self-control. When you learn to hold your tongue, when you resist the urge to react emotionally, when you stay composed under pressure, you are showing a power that no loud outburst or empty claim can ever match. In every battle you face, there is power in stillness. You don't have to fight for every inch. You don't have to prove that you're right all the time. There is immense strength in waiting for the right moment, in being the calm in the storm. Quiet power comes from knowing that you don't need to make noise to make an impact. 3. You are your own backbone. Your father should have told you, you are your own backbone. He should have explained that no one, not even him, will always be there to carry you. Life is not about relying on others to solve your problems. It's about looking inward, learning to stand on your own 2 feet, and finding the strength to keep moving forward, even when no one else believes in you. You have to become your own support system. When things get hard, when you feel like the world is crashing down, it's not someone else's responsibility to pick you up. You can have friends, mentors, and people who support you, but the one who will always be there, no matter what, is you. When you fall, the only person who can get you back on your feet is you. You're the one who gets to decide how you move forward. Life will challenge you, and you will feel weak at times, but you are the one who needs to remind yourself of your strength. When the world is tough and you have nothing left, it's your resilience that will carry you through. 4. Not all feelings need to be shown. This might be one of the hardest lessons your father should have taught you, but it's perhaps one of the most critical. Not all feelings need to be shown. He should have explained that being strong doesn't mean being emotionally detached, but it means knowing which emotions to express, when, and how. It's easy to let your anger, fear, or sadness spill out and control your actions. It's easy to get swept up in how you're feeling at the moment and act on impulse. But that's not how you win. That's not how you stay ahead in life. True strength lies in your ability to control your emotions, not let them control you. You don't need to shout every time you're upset. You don't need to share every worry or fear you have. Your emotional resilience is what will set you apart. When you can stay calm in the face of chaos, when you can hold your composure even when everything around you is falling apart, that's when you know you're becoming stronger. Emotion is a tool, not a weapon. Don't let it become something that undermines your actions. Show your strength in how you handle your emotions, not how loudly you express them. 5. Choose your woman by fate, not by heart. This one is complex, but your father should have told you that when it comes to choosing a partner, your heart can deceive you. Yes, love is important, But there's a deeper aspect to a relationship that goes beyond passion. A woman should bring peace to your life, not just excitement. Passion fades, but peace, mutual respect, and understanding last. He should have explained to you that love isn't just about chemistry. It's about compatibility, trust, and having a partner who supports you even when the passion isn't burning as bright. You don't choose someone just because they make you feel good in the moment. You choose them because together, you can build something lasting and real. Choosing a partner is one of the most important decisions you will ever make. Choose wisely, and choose based on stability, character, and what kind of life you can build together. 6. Respect your mother, even when you're angry. This is a fundamental lesson. Your father should have explained that respect is the foundation of all healthy relationships, and it begins at home. But there's a deeper aspect to a relationship that goes beyond passion. A woman should bring peace to your life, not just excitement. Passion fades, but peace, mutual respect, and understanding last. He should have told you that respecting your mother is a reflection of your character. It doesn't matter if you're angry or frustrated. Learning to control your emotions and treat her with kindness, even when you don't feel like it, teaches you the importance of integrity. This is not just about your relationship with her. This is about your ability to respect others, regardless of your differences. 7. Work isn't you, but without it, you are nothing. Your father should have told you this. Work is not who you are, but without it, you're nothing. He should have made it clear that work isn't about your identity or self-worth, but without it, you won't build anything real in this world. Work is what drives you forward. It's what gives you purpose, structure, and the means to take care of yourself and those you love. The world won't care about your dreams until you show them you're willing to work for them. You shouldn't be a slave to your job, but you can't afford to be lazy either. Hard work doesn't define you, but it gives you the power to define your future. You must learn to work smart, not just hard, and keep the balance between action and self-care. Work isn't just a means to survive, it's a way to thrive. A man who can work with purpose is unstoppable. 8. Fight, but not for your ego. Fight for your purpose. Your father should have told you, fighting isn't about winning the argument or defending your pride. It's about standing for something bigger. He should have explained that real battles are not fought on the streets or in heated arguments. They're fought inside you, against your own doubts, your own fears, and your own insecurities. Fighting for your ego is a waste of time. Fighting for your purpose, your principles, your truth, is what makes a real man. He should have made it clear that real strength doesn't come from overpowering others, but from knowing when to stand your ground and when to walk away. The most important battles are the ones you fight within yourself, against the things that try to pull you off your path. Real victory is internal, not external. 9. Don't tell, just do. Your father should have told you, don't say what you're going to do, just do it. In a world filled with noise, where everyone wants to be heard, the loudest people rarely achieve anything worth mentioning. Talk is easy. Everyone talks about their dreams, their goals, their plans, but few actually take the steps to make those dreams a reality. Your father should have explained that words are powerful, but actions are infinitely more powerful. We all know people who talk endlessly about what they want to do. I'll start working out next week. I'll write that book one day. I'm going to launch my business soon. The list goes on. But those people never get anywhere because they only talk about their intentions, never taking the necessary actions to bring them to life. Your father should have taught you this fundamental truth. Don't tell people what you're going to do. Just do it. There's something powerful about the act of simply beginning. People respect results, not promises. The longer you talk, the more time you waste. Each moment spent discussing plans or dreaming about the future is a moment you could be using to make progress. By acting first and speaking later, you set yourself apart from those who are all talk and no action. This lesson is about integrity. It's about building trust, not by telling people how great you are going to be, but by quietly, consistently showing them. Words are fleeting, but actions have consequences. Consistency over time leads to mastery, and mastering your craft or your goals speaks far louder than any announcement could. Look at the people you admire. Do they talk endlessly about what they plan to do, or do they quietly execute, putting in the hours without fanfare. The greatest leaders, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most respected individuals are those who simply do. They don't waste time talking about their next move. They just make it and let the results speak for themselves. Moreover, it's important to remember that when you tell people your plans too much, you risk not following through. Saying something out loud often gives a false sense of accomplishment. The more you talk about your ambitions, the less likely you are to pursue them with the same intensity. It's better to act in silence and surprise people with your results than to talk about it endlessly and disappoint them when nothing happens. So, your father should have instilled in you the discipline to work in silence and let your actions define who you are. Do what you say you will do without needing to announce it first. Let your work speak for itself, because in the end, actions are what create real, lasting success, and talking just becomes noise. 10. Life is short. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Your father should have told you this. Life is incredibly short, and if you wait for the perfect moment to act, you'll be waiting forever. If there's one thing you need to understand as you move through life, it's that waiting for the perfect moment is nothing more than an excuse for inaction. The world doesn't stop for you to feel ready. It doesn't pause until you've figured everything out, and it certainly won't wait until all your ducks are in a row. You have one life to live. And if you're constantly waiting for the perfect time, you will miss out on what truly matters. The perfect moment doesn't exist. It's an illusion, one we create in our minds as a way to delay decisions and actions that feel uncomfortable. We tell ourselves, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I'll do it next year when I'm ready." But tomorrow will never come, and next year will always be a year away. The truth is, the best time to act is right now. In the midst of your uncertainty, in the midst of your doubts, in the middle of all the imperfections that make up life. You've heard it before. It's not the right time yet. Everyone says it. You say it to yourself. But think about this for a second. When has it ever been the right time? When was the perfect moment for your parents to have you? When was the right time to start your first job, move to a new city, or take that leap of faith in yourself? The truth is, there will always be reasons to wait, and there will always be something to make you feel unprepared. At some point, you have to make the decision to stop waiting for the perfect moment, because it simply doesn't exist. The moment to act is always now. Waiting for everything to be aligned perfectly is a form of procrastination, a way of telling yourself that you're not capable or worthy of starting something great right now. That's a dangerous mindset to adopt because the longer you wait, the more you miss out on life. The longer you delay your dreams, the further they drift away. Think of all the things you could accomplish if you just stopped waiting. The longer you delay, the more time you lose, time that you can never get back. Every single day you waste waiting for some kind of magical, flawless moment, you're missing an opportunity to change the trajectory of your life. So what if you're not completely ready? That's the point. You won't ever be fully prepared, and that's okay. Greatness doesn't come from waiting for the ideal moment. It comes from stepping up to the challenge even when you don't feel ready. Take a moment to look back at your life. How many times have you waited for the perfect time? How many opportunities have passed by simply because you weren't ready? It's easy to convince yourself that waiting is the safer option, but in reality, it's the path of least resistance, the path of stagnation. You're not going to change your life by waiting for everything to fall into place. You change your life by acting despite the chaos, despite the uncertainty, and despite the fear of the unknown. Your father should have told you this when you were younger. It's better to make a mistake than to not make a move at all. In fact, mistakes are often the greatest teachers. They give you the feedback you need to adjust and grow. Without mistakes, there's no progress. Without action, there's nothing. The more you wait for perfect conditions, the less likely you are to act, and the less likely you are to learn or evolve. Imagine you're standing on the edge of a cliff. You know you want to jump. It's the only way to truly experience the freedom and adventure you've been longing for. But instead of jumping, you stay there, holding yourself back because you're waiting for the perfect moment, for the winds to be right, for the jump to be smooth and flawless. But the truth is, the moment you stand still, you're missing out on the experience itself. You're not giving yourself the chance to soar, to feel the rush, and to conquer the fear. Sometimes in life, you have to take the leap before the ground beneath you is prepared, because waiting only adds to the hesitation. Growth doesn't happen when you're comfortable. It happens when you push yourself to take action despite the discomfort and uncertainty. The leap is what brings change. So stop waiting. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The time to act is now. It doesn't matter if you don't feel 100% ready, or if everything isn't perfectly in place. Start with what you have. Make the decision to move forward, even if you're scared. The fear will never completely disappear, but once you start, you'll see that the momentum will carry you forward. It won't be easy, and it might feel overwhelming, but action leads to clarity. The more you move, the more you learn, and the more you evolve. Life is too short to sit on the sidelines. You don't have time to wait for everything to line up perfectly, and the longer you put things off, the more you're giving up on your own potential. So, make the commitment to stop waiting for the right time and make today your starting point. Start living your life as if you already have everything you need to succeed, because in reality, you do. All you need is the courage to begin.